nice and wide, big toes to touch. And before folding forward, just walk your fingers ahead of you a little bit. Take a big lengthening breath in, really thinking about lengthening the crown of the head out and the tailbone down. Nice long spine, full breath in. And use a nice long exhale to walk the hands forward, bringing the forehead down to the mat. Really feel the shins and the tops of the feet settle in. Feel the armpits and the arm bones soften. All 10 fingers are relaxed, creating that natural little pocket of air underneath the palms. Soften through the jaw. Relax the tongue from the roof of the mouth, maybe even a little space between the teeth. Notice the muscles between and around the eyes completely soften, and the muscles across the forehead relax. And we'll begin here just by presencing ourselves to this space. Maybe you've been up for a while, or maybe you're just rolling out of bed, and just presencing yourself to the mat, letting go of anything that's come before this moment. Go. Let go of anything that's going to come after. And give yourself full permission to be here. Take a moment to scan the body from the crown of the head all the way to the tips of the toes. Just noticing, completely judgment-free, no goals or intentions for the body, just really kind of scanning through. Notice the breath. Is it deep or shallow? In the chest or the ribs or the belly? Is there any place that you can soften and relax even more? As you bring more awareness to the breath, begin to lengthen the inhales and the exhales. Each breath in, puffing the back body to the ceiling, the low back to the ceiling, the ribs to the side walls, and the belly down towards the earth. Noticing that natural pause between inhale and exhale as you breathe out. Full, long, intentional exhale. Sending every last drop of breath out at the bottom, pressing belly towards spine. Breathing in through the nose. Open the mouth, really long, slow exhale. Deep breath in. Open the mouth, long, slow exhale. Begin to spread the fingers wide, rooting down through the fingers. Another full breath, inhale. This time with sealed lips, same long, slow, intentional exhale, noticing that whispering sound in the back of the throat, finding our Ujjayi breath. From here, take one more breath in, slowly bringing gaze forward, gently blinking the eyes open. And as we exhale, come onto hands and knees. Walk the knees in underneath the hips, wrists directly beneath shoulders. Pointer fingers are at 12 o'clock. Taking a couple rounds of cat-cow, we'll inhale to drop the belly, wrap the shoulders down, the spine, gaze comes up. Exhale to round the spine, bringing the tailbone towards the earth, really pressing through both palms, heart up between the shoulder blades, chin to chest. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, round. Begin to move at the pace of your own breath. You can keep this vertical alignment here, just moving the spine up and down, or if you want to bring some side-to-side motions, like kind of barrel rolling the spine, you can start to sink the hips back. Get a little crazy in your cat-cow movements here, kind of just moving in any way that feels really wonderful for your body this morning. You're going to brushing away any cobwebs in the muscles and the skin, just stretching it out. Staying intentional and deep with the breath. Pausing at any areas that feel super juicy and yummy. And then the next inhale, find center. From here, extend the right fingers forward and extend the left heel back. We want a nice little natural curve in the low spine, but otherwise we want the spine to be nice and long, so gaze is towards the earth, back of the neck long. Shoulder plugs in as fingertips reach. Back heel is reaching back like there's an imaginary wall. It's pressing away from the bottom edge of your mat. Draw the low belly up and in for 3. Spread fingers wide 2, especially on the standing hand. Last breath in. And as we exhale, hug elbow to knee, and then pull the elbow and knee up into the heart. Pausing here, low belly draws up and in 3. Deep breath, soft jaw 2. Last inhale. And exhale, place everything down onto the earth. Second side, extend left fingers forward, right heel back. Low belly draws up and in, still have that little natural curve in the low spine. Gaze towards the earth. Plug the left shoulder in, reach the left fingers forward, right heel reaches back. Spread right fingers wide for 3. Soft jaw 2. Exhale here. Draw knee and elbow together and then reach them up into the heart, squeezing thigh towards the belly. Low belly draws up and in, Ujjayi breathing. 3, 2, 1, and place everything down on the mat. Walk the knees back just slightly, and then walk the palms all the way forward, coming into puppy pose. If the heart doesn't quite reach the earth here, if you've got a block or a pillow nearby, you can place it right underneath your heart center, bringing the earth a little bit closer to you. Taking this opportunity for a nice shoulder opener, if you've got the space, you can walk the thumbs a little bit closer together. Stick with that deep Ujjayi breath. Full inhale. Full deep exhale. Make sure to press every last drop of air out, softening the heart down. One more expansive breath in. Full breath out. Last one here. Softly, you have the eyes open. One more breath in. Full breath out. And inhale, crawl the ribs forward, coming into a Sphinx pose. Keep the left forearm down. We're going to bend the right knee, swim the right palm back, and catch on to the top of the right foot. Option to stay here with left forearm on the mat, or you can come all the way down, left fingertips reaching forward. Breathing here. Option to stay in this nice kind of restorative quad stretch, or inhale, lift the left toes and the left fingers, press the right foot into the palm for a half bow. Breathe here for 3. Again, option to stay down on the earth 2. Maybe lift a little higher if you're lifting, and exhale, place it all down. Switching sides, starting on the right forearm. Bend the left toes, swim the left palm back, catching from the inside of that foot, drawing the thigh or the hamstring down towards the calf towards the hamstring. Inhale here, and maybe staying on form if you like it here. Maybe exhaling, come down onto the belly, reaching the right fingertips forward. Forehead towards the earth, exhale, option to stay. Or inhale, begin to lift. Pressing the right foot into the left foot into the left palm. Right fingers and right toes reaching away from each other for 3, 2, exhale, slowly release everything down. Walk the fingertips underneath the shoulders. Keeping the tops of the feet on the mat for now, we're going to come into a little baby Cobra as we press the floor away, elbows reach together, shoulders reach back. Inhale here. Exhale, heart to the earth. Keep the hands as they are. Inhale, flow up. Exhale, soften down. Last one. Inhale all the way up. Maybe you're a fuller expression. Option to keep the thighs on the floor or press the feet into the mat, coming into upward facing dog. Full breath in. Wherever you are, exhale either through hands and knees or rolling over the toes, coming into downward facing dog. Feel the heels soften. Taking a moment for alignment, feet are about hip bones distance, palms or shoulder width distance with pointer fingers pointing towards the front of the mat. Everybody bend the knees really, really deeply, and then lift the tailbone to where the ceiling meets the wall behind you, getting really long, pressing down through thumb and first finger, reaching away with the hands. Once you feel the spine extend, then maybe begin to extend the knees. Long, deep Ujjayi breathing. Weight in the pads of the feet so the toes can spread wide and root down. Elbows wrap in towards center, feeling the shoulder blades wrap together and down the spine. Crown of the head loose and heavy. One more full lengthened breath in. At the top of that inhale, rise up onto tippy toes. Gaze forward and take little itty bitty flamingo baby steps. Knees can be straight or bent. Walking the feet all the way to the hands. Inhale, lift halfway, fingertips on the earth, the shins, or the thighs. And exhale to fold. Feet are at least hip bones distance or 2 fists, maybe even wider, finding Uttanasana forward fold. Can he keep the hands just draping onto the floor? If it feels nice, you can catch opposite elbows. Can also clasp the hand, bringing them to the base of the skull, wrapping the forearms around the ears. Full breath in. Full breath out, staying in stillness, or begin to rock the weight from left foot to the right foot, swaying at your own pace, noticing where in the body, just being curious what the body feels like as you move with the breath. On your next inhale, find stillness in center. Keep the arms where they are for a moment. Root the weight down into the big toe mound, like behind the big toe. Feel that press down into the mat. And then keep that pressing. Feel the weight press down into the toe mound behind the pinky toe. Feel the weight press down through the center of both heels. Again, keeping the arms where they are for a moment. Imagine your inner ankles are wrapping back and your outer ankles are wrapping down. I don't know about you, but just doing those few small movements with my feet, I can feel my legs and my hamstrings really engaging. Take one more breath here. Exhale, release the hands if you've caught them in any way. And using your inhale, begin to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Stack knees over ankles, hips over knees, shoulders over hips. Rolling all the way up to the top of the mat. Shrug the shoulders way up around the ears, all the way back and down. Spread fingers nice and wide. Take a peek down at the toes. Lift them all the way up off the mat, fan them wide, and then spread them back down. So you're like monster feet. Soften the tailbone down, long, low spine. Wide open through the collarbone. Find your fixed gaze, your drishti. Full, expansive breath in. Open mouth sigh. First variation of Sun A. Inhale, fingers reach high, gaze follows. Exhale, thumbs through heart, forward fold, release down. Inhale, lift halfway, lengthen the spine. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, high push-up. Inhale to tippy toes. And as we exhale, drop knees. Elbows brush the ribs as we lower chest and chin. Inhale, come forward to low ribs, baby cobra. Elbows reach back, shoulders reach back, crown of the head lifts tall. Exhale through hands and knees, hook toes, downward facing dog. Still early on in our practice here, so bring any movement that feels really good for you. Maybe walking up the heels, dropping heels from left to right, reconnecting with your alignment. And when you're ready, find stillness. Finding that same rooting, grounding down through the hands and the feet, lifting the tailbone, full breath in. At the top of the inhale, rise up onto tippy toes, starting with the opposite foot, little tiny baby steps. Straight or bend knees, whatever is available, arriving at the top. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Bring both hands to the hips, rising up with a flat back. Inhale all the way up. Eventually reaching fingers to the sky. Exhale, thumbs through heart, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, plant the palms, step back. Moving through knees, chest, chin if that feels nice, or inhale to top of a push-up. Exhale, lower halfway down. Option to bring the knees to the earth here. Inhale, upward facing dog or baby cobra. Exhale, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Full expansive inhale here. Exhale all the air out, bend the knees deeply. Imagine that the thighs and the low belly are squeezing together. So there's like abdominal engagement happening here. Feel that abdominal engagement as we exhale one more time. Bring the eyes forward between the hands where the feet will go. Use the abdominals to hop the feet to the hands. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Root down to rise, reverse swan dive, fingers reach high. Inhale. Exhale, thumbs to heart. Bend the knees, fingers high, Uttanasana. Take a peek down at your feet. The outer edges of the feet are parallel, whether that means your big toes are touching or they're hip bones distance, as long as the outer edges of your feet are parallel with one another. Tailbone sinks down, weight is in the heels. This can be as chill or as intense as you'd like it to be for 2 more breaths. Pinky side edges of hands towards center or cactus the arms. 1 more full inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Plant the hands, flow through your version of vinyasa, using your exhale to move from high to low. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. On your inhale, lift the right leg high. Square the hips to the earth, feeling an opening across the left hamstring first. Then bend the top knee and begin to rotate the right knee to the sky. Feel engagement through the right glute, lifting the right knee even higher, spread right toes wide. Reach the right toes back like you're gonna tap the wall behind you. Breathe space into the right hip, the right side body. Full breath in. And as we exhale, come through center, draw the knee in towards the belly. Knee into the chest, coming forward. Knee to nose, right foot to right thumb. Drop the back heel down, inhale, rise up, hero 1. Reconnect with that ujjayi breathing. Feel the outer edge of the back foot connecting. Think of this as a hip opener already, so there's an external rotation of the inner thighs. Front knee is directly over front foot, outer edge of the back foot rooting down. Full breath in. And as we exhale, release both hands to either side of front foot. Lift the back heel, step back, high to low. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Left heel high to the sky, breathe in. Square the hips to the earth, sending space into the back of the right leg. Begin to bend the top knee, using your next inhale to lift the left knee to the sky. Feel the left glute doing some work as it lifts the left knee even higher. Reach the left toes back like you're going to tap that opposite wall. Inhale back to center. Exhale, hug knee to belly. Knee to heart. Knee to nose, maybe give it a kiss. Left foot to left thumb. Drop the back heel, inhale, rise. Again, external rotation of those upper thighs. Outer edge of the back foot rooting down. Where can you soften? Is there anything that you can let go of right now? Any fluff, like mental fluff, physical fluff? One more full deep breath in, root down through the outer edge of the back foot more. And exhale, release the hands. Flow back, knowing that you can skip vinyasas at any time, taking a break in child's pose, or just meeting in downward facing dog. Full breath in from downward facing dog. Soften the knees, gaze forward, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes to touch, space in the heels. Inhale, fingers reach high. Exhale, forward fold, release down. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, flow back, high to low. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Inhale, right leg high. Bend the top knee, stack the hips. Very intentionally pour the weight evenly through both hands. And then again, with intention, feel the glute work to lift the right knee even higher, reaching the right toes way back. Full breath in. And as we exhale, step right foot to right thumb. Drop the back heel, inhale, rise. From here, release the hands to the low spine, clasping the hands behind you. If you know you've got really tight shoulders, this is a super nice place for a strap or like a towel, just to give you a little more space behind you. Reach the knuckles towards the floor, shoulders wrap open. Inhale, lift the heart. And as we exhale, hinge forward. Knee to on top of or inside the right, outside the right shoulder. Feel the weight even through both feet. Heels of the palms root together if the hands are clasped. Neck is loose. Reach the knuckles a little higher to the sky. Inhale. And exhale, release fingers towards the bottom foot. Don't flow yet. As we inhale, cartwheel all the way up, hero 2. Readjust the feet as needed, heel to heel or heel to arch alignment. Everybody cactus the arms, feel the shoulder blades coming together. Lots of space between ears and shoulders. From that squeezing of the shoulders, then extend the arms long. Focus on the external rotation of the inner thighs. Full breath in. Exhale, reach right fingers all the way down, cartwheel both hands down, step back. High to low or downward facing dog. Inhale, left heel high. Bend the top knees, stack the hips. Weight intentionally poured evenly through both palms. If you want more accessibility here, you can reach the right heel up off the earth, extending through the back of the right leg. Use the glute to extend the left toes back behind you. Inhale here. And as we exhale, come all the way through center, left foot to left thumb. Drop the right heel, inhale, rise. Full, deep, expansive breath in. And as we exhale, release the hands behind you, clasp opposite thumb on top. Wrap the shoulders back, reach the knuckles down. Inhale, lift the heart. And exhale, hinge forward, humble hero. Reach the knuckles to the sky. Completely soften the neck and the crown of the head. Connect with that long Ujjayi breath. Next, inhale, reach the knuckles even higher. Exhale, release the hands. And as we inhale, cartwheel the hands up, hero 2. Readjust the feet as needed. Squeeze the elbows together behind the spine, lots of space between ears and shoulders, and then extend the fingers long. Press the front knee gently to the left. 3. Outer edge roots down. 2. One more breath in, crown of head reaches high. Exhale, cartwheel both hands down. Flow. Move with your breath. Deep inhale. Exhale here. One more full cleansing breath in. Option to pause in child's pose if that feels like you want it. Full exhale. Last one like that. Big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Exhale, sigh. Inhale, rise to tippy toes. Look forward. Walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes touch, a little space between the heels. Bend the knees deeply. Inhale, fingers high, Uttanasana. Exhale, thumbs come to heart. Find your left elbow, hook it to the right knee. Take a peek down at your knees, draw them into one line if they're not there already. Press palm to palm deeply with the eventual goal that heart will come to thumbs. Wrap the right shoulder back. From here, lift the left heel up off the mat. So you're just on the left toes, all the weight pouring into the right foot. Hug the left heel into the butt, like a cute little flamingo. And then with control, step the left toes back. Twisting crescent lunge. Full breath in. Exhale, twist more. On our inhale, come all the way up. Crescent lunge, heels still lifted. And then exhale, hero 2. Inhale, extend the right leg long. Reach right fingers all the way forward. This is a nice place for a block if you've got one. Bringing the block to the outside or inside of the front knee. Left fingers extend to the sky. So ideally, wrist to wrist is one long line. Bring your awareness into your low spine, these muscles that connect your obliques to your hips and your spine to your hips. Send all your breath to this area, really lengthening. Inhale here. Exhale, release the right ear to the shoulder. Reverse the top palm, bring the hand to the sacrum. Maybe wrapping it to the inner right thigh. Root down through the big toe mound of the front foot. Lean the spine back. Full breath in. If you've caught the bind, release as you inhale more. Exhale, release both hands to either side of front foot. Heel toe your right foot wide. Hop your back foot in about halfway. So you've got like a wider space between the tracks of your feet here, preparing for pyramid pose. Front foot is at 12 o'clock, left foot is at like 11, or 10:30, if you will. Inhale, lift your heart halfway. And as we exhale, hinge the body forward, belly towards thighs. Stay rooting down through the big toe mound of the front foot. Take a second, rock your weight forward and back. Notice the hips shift from side to side. You can even bring a hand to the low spine here. And you want to find that place where the hips feel even, like you could rest a cup of tea on your low back. Once you've found that spot where your hips are straight, inhale, lift halfway once more. And exhale to hinge and fold. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale here. Exhale, soften the front knee, step the left toes back. Back heel is lifted. So you're in like a low lunge pose. Press down through the palms, lift the right knee into the heart, and float it back. Option to keep the right toes lifted or place them on the floor as you lower halfway. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift the left heel high. Exhale, left foot to left thumb. Step the right foot forward, come to meet it. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Big toes come to touch. Space between the heels, bend the knees, rise up, Uttanasana. Exhale, palms to heart, right elbow to left knee. Take a peek down at the knees, bring them into one line as we press palm to palm. Think length rather than twisting first from crown of the head to the tail. Then begin to twist from the belly button. Breathing here. One more breath in. Exhale, gaze down at the feet, come onto the tippy toes of the right foot. Hover the right heel in towards the butt, and then with control, step right toes back. Twisting crescent lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, pressing palm to palm. As we inhale, rise hero one, same mistake, crescent. And then exhale, open up hero two. Inhale, extend the left knee. Left fingers reach all the way forward. Bring the hand down to the shin or a block as right fingers extend to the sky. Trikonasana. So even though the main stretch focus or opening focus is along the back side of the right body and the right side body, we still have this little C happening between our left thigh and our left side. Think about opening this little C up. So really pulling the left hip in and back, creating some space between the left hip and the left ribs. Lean the body back. Root down through the big toe mound of the front foot. Reverse the top palm coming into that half or thigh bind. On your exhale, release left ear to the shoulder. Root down through both feet. Imagining you're going to tear the mat between both of your feet. Full breath in. Full breath out. The bottom of your exhale, release that clasp if you found it. Inhale, right fingers high. Exhale, soften the right knee as you bring both fingertips to either side of front foot. Heel toe your left foot wide, and then hop your back foot in about halfway. Right toes are at about 2 o'clock, left foot is at 12. Bring one hand to the low back, rock the weight forward and back. And you just notice the hips shift from side to side. Find that place where they're even. For me, that's the place where I also happen to feel the most stretch in my front hamstring. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, hinge forward. And then you just breathe and soften. Notice your brain and the mindset. Notice any trains of thought that might be running through the head. And just acknowledge, is this a train of thought that I hear often? Is this a train of thought that is serving my best and most authentic self? Completely judgment-free, just watching, bringing awareness. Allowing the breath to flow through the body. One more full inhale. Exhale. Lift halfway. Plant the palms, step the right toes back. Press down through the palms, feeling the heart press up between the shoulder blades. Left toes float off the mat, pointing directly behind you. Inhale here. Exhale, lower halfway. Inhale, heart forward. Exhale, hips back. Full breath in. Full breath out. Walk the feet to the middle of your mat. Walk the hands back. Inhale, halfway lift. Bring hands to hips and rise all the way up to standing. Preparing for some balancing, if you're on a super squishy mat, I'd recommend you step off onto the floor. Heel toe the toes to touch. Inhale, fingers high. Exhale, hinge and fold. Halfway lift. If you have a block nearby, this is a great place to have it, and you'll have it like kind of maybe 3/4 of the way between you and the front edge of your mat. From here, we're going to walk the hands forward and lift the right heel to the sky, coming into a supported Dekasana or supported Hero 3. And this is a place where you can start with the block under the hands for support. This is a great place to stay, or if you like, you can extend the fingertips back behind you, lifting the heart so you're like an uppercase letter T. Roll the right hip down. Reach the right heel back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Front ribs soften together. Inhale here. As we exhale, bring your fingertips to the block or the earth, beginning to rotate the right hip open, coming into half moon. Right thumb can stay at heart center with gaze down towards the floor for balance. When you're ready, you can extend the right fingers high to the sky. So the top leg engagement is really helping stabilize the body here. Stay just as you are or bend the top knee, coming into sugarcane pose. Press the right foot into the palm, opening through the shoulder and the right hip. Full breath in. Full breath out. Press down through the standing leg. One more deep inhale. As we exhale, release the top hand. Bring fingertips and feet to knee on the mat. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Second side, find your block if that was helpful. Extend left heel back behind you, supported Dekasana. Feel the lower abdominals engage up and in, really supporting the entire body. Keep the hands on the block or extend fingertips behind you. Roll the left hip down so hips are square to the earth. Lift the heart higher. 3, 2, like upward facing dog in the heart, tips of the shoulder blades together and down. And on your next exhale, release the right fingers to the earth or a block. Peel the left hip open, left fingertips to the sky. Full breath in. Full breath out. Stay as you are or bend the top leg. Catch the top of the back foot. Lifting that left knee, pressing the foot into the hand into the foot. Opening through the front of that left hip and the left shoulder. More breath. Strong through the standing leg. One more inhale here. And exhale, release fingertips and feet to the mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold, heel toe the feet wide. Release belly to thighs, bending the knees as much as you need to. Catch opposite elbows. Uttanasana. Stay here or rock the weight from side to side. If there's a different restorative pose you prefer, feel free to come there now. Otherwise, inhale to stillness and center. Exhale, release the elbows. Heel toe feet together. Inhale, rise all the way up. Fingers high. Exhale, palms to heart. Anjali Mudra, step to the front edge of your mat. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, thumbs through heart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. As we exhale, plant the hands, step the right toes back, and release the right knee down to the floor. Toes can stay hooked or unhooked. From here, we're going to bring left palm, then right palm to the front knee. Feel the hips sink down, opening through the right psoas. Option to stay just as you are if this feels like a big giant stretch for you. Second option is to bend the right knee, swim the right palm back, catching onto the inside of the right foot, hugging the right heel in towards the butt. Feel the low belly draw the inner thighs together like a pair of scissors, really strengthening through your core. Stay as you are or extend the left fingers high. Bring first finger and thumb together. Square the hips and the shoulders forward. Breathing here for 3, 2, 1. Slowly bring left hand to the knee. Release the right foot. Right hand to the knee. Soften the shoulders back. Full breath in. And as we exhale, release fingertips to the mat. Preparing for half pigeon, we're going to heel toe the left foot all the way across the front of the mat, releasing the right knee down. Scoot the left heel in towards the front hip if you need to. And if you notice your left hip is way up off the mat, find like a towel or a pillow or a block or something, and just put it underneath that hip to lift it higher. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And as we exhale, either stay if this feels awesome, or begin to hinge the body forward and down. Stay flexed and activated through the front foot. Maybe eventually bringing forehead all the way down to the earth. Depending on your hip flexibility, you're either going to stay exactly as you are, or press down through the left palm, lifting the left elbow. We're going to take the right palm and thread it through. So just like a thread the needle. Left palm can stay on the mat, or you can bend the right elbow, make a fist with the right palm, and bring the left hand to the top of the right fist. Breathing wherever you are for another few breaths. Soften your jaw. Soften the forehead and the eyes. Soften the toes. If you found a twist, come back to center. And on the inhale, everybody slowly walk the palms back. We're going to swing the right leg all the way around, coming into a spinal twist. Right foot to the outside of the left thigh. This might feel great, but if it doesn't feel accessible, you can lengthen the left leg out in front of you. From here, we're all going to start clasping the hands to the front knee, squeezing it into the heart. Think length from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Inhale, get longer from the top of the skull. Either stay here with hands clasped or extend the left fingers high. Hook left elbow to right knee. Slowly twisting from the belly button. Continue to think about the tips of the shoulder blades coming together and down the spine. Full breath in. Exhale, twist more. On the inhale, come through center, releasing the twist, and take a small counter twist, bringing both hands to the outside of the left hip, softening the forehead down. Inhale, rise up. Unravel the legs, making our way to downward facing dog. From here, step the right foot forward. Drop the back knee down, toes hooked or unhooked, whatever you like. Bring right hand, then left hand to the front knee. Sink the hips forward, breathing here for a moment. Full inhale. Full exhale. Feeling a nice big opening through the left psoas. Stay here just as you are, or bend the left knee. Swim the left palm back, catching the outside of the front or the back foot. The inside of the back foot, drawing it in towards the back butt cheek. Keep the right hand on the knee or extend right fingertips high. Pointer finger to thumb come together. Square the hips and the shoulders forward. If you're feeling any discomfort in the back knee, roll a little bit farther forward so you're more towards like the thigh side of the knee rather than the meniscus part. Draw the low thighs in and together like a pair of scissors, squaring the hips. One more full breath in. And exhale, slowly release down. Both hands to either side of front foot. Inhale here. As we exhale, heel toe the right foot all the way to the left. Release the right knee down, coming into our half pigeon. Take a peek at the back foot. Make sure it's directly behind you, toes pointing straight back. Breathe here for a moment. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Either stay as you are or exhale, begin to hinge and fold. The biggest win that we can have in our yoga practice is really acknowledging and listening to our body's voice for our edge. And I think sometimes, I don't know, maybe this is not your case, but for me, sometimes my ego just really gets in the way, where I'm like, oh, I need my shin to be parallel, or I need my hip to be on the floor. But really the goal here is to be softening and just acknowledging like where our body is asking for more space, and then giving it to our body in the most compassionate way possible. You stay exactly where you are if this feels great, or walk the right palm forward, lifting the right elbow, maybe threading the left palm through, coming onto the outside of the left shoulder. You can keep the hands as they are, or bend the left elbow, making a fist with the left palm, right palm to left fist. And then we just stay and breathe. Stay flexed and activated through the front toes. Soften the jaw. Deep Ujjayi breaths. If you found a twist here, inhale back to center. Everybody meet with one unifying exhale here. And then as we inhale, begin to walk the palms back towards the front knee. Swing the left leg all the way around, preparing for that spinal twist. Left heel in towards the right heel in towards the left sits bone, crossing the right foot over. Option to extend the right leg long. This time again, everybody starting with clasped hands, squeezing the right knee in towards the chest. Nice and long and tall through the whole spine. Inhale here. Exhale, stay if this is ideal for your body, or inhale, right fingers high. Right elbow to left knee, twisting. Left fingers to the floor behind you. Full breath in. Full breath out, really reaching out through the belly button, wringing out through the spine. Inhale, come through center. Exhale, plant both hands to the outside of the right hip, softening the forehead towards the earth. Inhale, rise all the way up. Swing your legs to the long side of the mat. Opening up the heels, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. If it feels good, you can pull the fleshy part of your butt from under you. This is a great place to sit up on a cushion or a block if this doesn't feel super accessible to your inner groin. Maybe staying tall is ideal for you, so inhale, lift and lengthen. Again, either stay or exhale, begin to hinge at the hips. Start with a long, low spine. Really acknowledge the sensation you might find in your groin. And then once you find that edge, you pause and breathe. Notice areas that you can soften. Can you soften in the glutes and in the shoulders, the jaw or the tongue or the eyes? maybe the palms. Using each exhale to maybe hinge a little bit more deeply or to breathe and stay. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, slowly rise up. Bring the left shin parallel with the long edge of your mat. So we're just going to stay to the long edge for now. And then we're going to take the right leg over, stacking ankle to knee for double pigeon. Keep the tailbone rooting down as we inhale, lift and lengthen. As we exhale, begin to hinge the body or stay. Keep the hips sinking back and down. Breath is long and deep. One more full breath in. Full breath out. If you've hinged, inhale to slowly rise. And switch sides, bottom shin on, or right shin on the bottom, left shin on top. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, stay or hinge. Long, low spine. I should mention, if you are noticing that your knee is like really, really far away from your ankle, you can prop this up with a block or a cushion. Keep the tailbone softening back and down. Feet are flexed. Full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. Inhale, rise all the way up. Unravel the legs and come to sit on your knees, still facing the long side of the mat. Have a block or a cushion available if you can. We're going to come into a frog pose, and this is a really intense hip opener, so please just really make sure that you're listening to your body and taking it at your own pace here. We're going to start by coming into hands and knees. Ankles and knees are both on the mat, hands are on the floor. We're going to walk the knees really wide, coming into like the widest child's pose available to you. From here, we'll walk the ankles out, bringing them directly behind the knees. The eventual goal is that everything's at a 90-degree angle. So feet and ankles are 90 degree, and then we're going to start to walk the hips forward, bringing the knees and the knee joint at a 90-degree angle as well. And this is a nice place to place a block or a cushion underneath the heart. And then from here, we'll just allow the chest to rest down, forehead to rest down. And you can play with walking the hands forward, maybe pressing the hips back slightly, really just working towards finding a really nice groin and outer hip opener here. Soften the jaw. Stay long through the breath, being sure to inhale and exhale completely. Really just acknowledging that natural pause between each breath. As you breathe here, you might find there's space to bring the knees a little bit wider. Always just kind of flirting with that edge. Knowing when your edge is to back off or when it's to deepen, or when it's just to stay and breathe. Give the mind some time to quiet and be. One more full deep breath in. Full deep breath out. On your next inhale, bring the heels together behind you. Start to walk the hands back. And when you've got some propping up with the wrists, we'll just bring the knees back together. Sit onto the tops of the backs of the heels, hands face down on the thighs. Just taking a moment to ground here, softening the tailbone, reaching the crown of the head high. Big cleansing breath in through the nose. Open the mouth, exhale. From here, swing the legs out, bringing the feet to face towards the front edge of the mat one more time. Hitch onto the backs of the thighs. Inhale, lift the heart. Squeezing the thighs and the low belly together, extend the fingertips forward. Inhale here. And as we exhale, we're going to start to lower all the way down, rolling one vertebra at a time, as much as is available. Walk the heels all the way in so that the fingertips can just brush the backs of the heels. Walk the shoulder blades in slightly so the heart is just a little bit lifted. Preparing for bridge pose, we want to focus all of the weight into the shoulders. So the neck is obviously attached to the shoulders, but it's really not bearing a lot of this weight that we're about to press up. Press down through the heels, and as we press down, imagine the heels are sliding back towards the shoulders. They're not actually moving, but this is just going to help engage the hamstrings and the glutes as we lift the hips to the sky. Keep the knees hugging in. Maybe you can gaze down and see your belly button. Keep squeezing the heels in for 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly release down. Second set, root down through the feet. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Reaching tailbone between the knees, squeezing the heels back. Either stay as you are or a full wheel as part of your practice. We'll walk the hands up along the ears. Inhaling to first come to the crown of the head, and then pressing down through the palms, lifting the heart to the sky. Wrap the elbows in. Think about reaching the heart center down between the thumbs. If you need more space, come up onto the tippy toes. Breathing here for 3, 2, soft jaw. Exhale, slowly lower down, the same way you came in. Last back bend of our practice today, coming into bridge or wheel. Using your inhale to lift, holding whatever posture you come into for about 5 of your own breaths, and then coming down when you're done. Inhaling to lift. If you're staying in bridge, feel free to bring a block underneath the hips or clasp the hands underneath the spine. If you're in full wheel, continue to squeeze the knees in slightly. Wrap the shoulder blades together, bringing focus to opening the front body. At the end of your 5 breaths, slowly release and lower. Bring the soles of the feet together, knees wide. One hand to belly and one hand to heart. Supta Baddha Konasana. Start to slow the breath down. Relax the shoulders and the jaw. Eyes are soft. Inhale, bring the knees to point to the sky, feet flat on the floor. Our final pose today is going to be a shoulder stand. And we're going to start in the same positioning as we did with our bridge pose. So I'm going to bring my hands to the floor. Inhale here. And as I exhale, I'm just going to roll my hips up and right away bring my hands to my low hips. And this is the start to our shoulder stand. Now once you're up, you want to keep your gaze directly towards the ceiling. From here, I'm going to walk my hands all the way up my back towards my shoulders, trying to bring my elbows as close as possible towards one another. Toes are pulling back as the ball mounds of my feet press to the sky. And I'm going to begin to hinge my heels slightly forward, trying to stack ankles, knees, hips, and shoulders eventually. Again, weight is all through the shoulders, neck is soft. Full breath in. Full breath out. Lift the chest to the chin. One more deep inhale. And as we exhale, slowly release the legs behind you, toes towards the floor, coming into Halasana Plow pose. Keep the weight through the shoulders, hands stay on the back. If the toes begin to touch the earth, then you can extend the arms overhead, catching the outside edges of the feet. Breathe here. Keep pressing the weight into the shoulders. From Halasana, bend both knees, bringing the knees towards the ears. Full inhale. And as we exhale, slowly begin to lower the hips to the earth. Once more, finding Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Draw the left knee up towards the sky, left foot on the floor. Cross the right leg over like dinner party legs. Press down through the left foot to scoot the hips to the right, and then drop the knees to the left for a supine twist. Arms can be in a T or in a cactus. Find a gazing point that feels most ideal for your neck and your shoulders. Moving softly with breath. Roll the right hip towards the bottom edge of the mat, opening that small C in the right side body. One more lengthening inhale. Lengthening exhale. On the next breath in, slowly rise back towards center. Scoot the hips back to the middle. Unravel the legs and cross them in the opposite direction. Scoot the hips to the left, and on your exhale, release the knees to the right. Roll the left hip down to the bottom edge of your mat, creating a lot of space between the hip and the rib. Lots of breath. Very little trying. Very little effort. Really trusting gravity and the earth to do all the work for you. On the next inhale, gently rise up. Scoot the hips back to the center. Draw knees into the chest. Squeeze them and really tightly lift the chin towards the knees, giving the knees a little kiss or a big kiss. Inhale here. Hold the breath at the top and squeeze everything in towards your center line. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, slowly release down. Shavasana. And think about your Shavasana as, really your final yoga pose. It's not a nap, even though it might feel like one. It's offering your body time to absorb all of the physical and mental benefits of the yoga practice you just did for yourself. Know that there is nothing to change here. There's nothing to fix. Everything is exactly as it should be. You are perfect exactly as you are. We'll be here for a minute or two, and I'll call you out when our Shavasana has ended. Begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. Gently rock the head from side to side. And however you like, make your way over to your side into a fetal position. With eyes still closed, press down into the earth to make your way to a comfortable seat on your mat. Feel the sitting bones ground down. Feel the spine grow tall. Crown of the head reaches, bringing palm to palm with thumb at heart center in Anjali Mudra. Full cleansing breath in. Long open mouth exhale. And we'll close our practice with one Om. Inhale. Bring thumbs to the third eye point between the eyebrows. The divine light in me greets and acknowledges the divine light in each of you. Namaste. Namaste.